Hi everyone, my name is Samar. So today's video I'm going to prepare for how to configure F5 on your virtual network on VMware Workstation. Okay. So for this purpose, you need to just download the BigIP Virtual Edition all-in-one VMware OVA file. You can easily get it download from F5 websites, which is download.f5.com. Afterwards, just you need to open this file. Once you have downloaded this file, you just need to go to the location where you have downloaded this file. So for me, I have downloaded it on one of my own folder. I keep it over here. You just need to double click on this. It's going to start up with this menu. You need to accept the policy. So I just have a simple policy accept. I click on next. So after that, what I need to give it a name. So I'm giving it the simple name of BigIP 2, as simple as that. And I need to select the location where I'll save this. So I can click and go ahead and browse on the virtual machine. So for me, I have already one directory which is for TMOS. I'm going to add one more TMOS under this. So I'm going to make a directory name TMOS2. Alright, so once TMOS2 is done, I'll go ahead and select TMOS2, click on OK, click on next. Now it is about the resource allocation. Depending on your host machine, how much resources you have, you can allocate this. So for the video purpose, I'm going to do it for 4 CPU and 8 gig of memory, and click on import. Let it complete the import. Within few seconds it's going to complete. Afterwards, you can go ahead and tweak the settings so that it can attach our interfaces accordingly of our network configuration or the virtual network configuration on top of VMware. It's a time countdown, something like around 10 to 20 seconds. It doesn't go beyond that. So let's complete it. Just to make you understand, I have given this the BigIP 2 because I am already running another BigIP machine. So just to avoid the conflict or to get the differentiation between the primary device and the secondary device, I have given it a name of BigIP 2. And now its device import is complete. We can see over here on the left hand side all the things related to memory of 4 gig, then the processor capacity of 4 core, the hard drive capacity of 82 gig, and other different network services pop up. Before I go ahead and make any changes, the first thing what I'll do, I will upgrade this virtual machine. So I'm going to click on upgrade the virtual machine, click on next. I'll take the latest edition because I'm running on the VMware Workstation 16.2. I'll select that one and click on next. Once I do this, this is giving me a prompt that should I go ahead for creating a complete new virtual machine or I should alter the virtual machine. So I'll select alter this virtual machine. That means this changes is going to apply to this existing virtual machine. I click on yes, I click on finish. Within a few seconds it's completed. Reconfiguration of virtual hardware, consolidate disk, done, and you can click close. Coming to the next section, these appliances have 4 interfaces, so I need to remap those interfaces accordingly so that it can connect to my network. Regarding this connectivity, I have another video which I have prepared days back. You can go ahead and view this, how to configure the VMware Workstation virtual interfaces. Afterwards, you can come here and you can check this. So for now, we'll go ahead and click on virtual, edit virtual machine settings. A new window is pop up, or it will be pop up. We'll select the first one, and this one is given as the bridge network. So with this configuration, it will going to bridge to my physical interface of my host network. I don't want this. I want it to be configured statically from my end. So I'll select the custom specified network and I will connect it to my host network, host only network VMnet 1. and gradually I'm going to change. The second one I'll connect to VMnet 2. Third one I'm going to connect to VMnet 3. The fourth one I'm going to connect to VMnet 4. So easy peasy, there is nothing so big. I'll click on OK. Once it is done, now my device is correctly configured with its resources. What are the resources? That's memory 4 gig, processor 4 core, hard drive of 82. The network interfaces are connected properly, and I have a display. Okay, so I just click on power of this virtual machine. It is going to start my power on virtual machine, and a small pop-up may come up. So at times, due to the resolution, the screen, it seems to be very small. You can just go ahead on top of this. You can click on the stretch and keep the display with the aspect ratio. I just click on the display, will be a little bit larger, so everybody can see those things clearly. Okay, now once I do this, this is the last screen, the last console messages. It has started. An error message a pop up which says VMware tools power on script did not run successfully. So these are some few tools which runs automatically to make a communication between the host machine and the virtual machine. A few drivers, so if it doesn't work, it's fine. So we can go ahead and click on OK. Once I click on OK, it is going to start, and I'll get the prompt for logging into the device. Once the device is booted, I'll get the prompt for login. Okay. It will take, depending upon the host configuration and the guest CPU memory given, it will pop up. So let's wait for a few seconds. Within a few seconds, it should give me a prompt for login. Okay. Okay, so we are here on the screen, and the default username for any appliance when you are running a virtual machine or a physical machine, the first time it will be root, which is the default username, and the password is default DEFAULT, all in small. So once I press that, it is prompting me to change the password. So it is asking me to type the current password, so I'll say DEFAULT, default password. It is asking me for updating with the new password, so I'm going to put the new password. Done. It is reconfirming the password. I've typed the new password. Okay, press enter. None. Now the devices boot completely. I can see it is says root at localhost, no license. So first thing, it is the localhost. It doesn't have any IP address, any host name, anything else, and also it doesn't have any license. That's why it is saying no license. So to make the connectivity with this device, first of all, I need to configure the management IP on this device so that I can access it with the remote side, even in GUI and SSH communication. So let's go ahead and check what is the current IP. If config mgmt 0, so this is the management interface. On management interface 0, I got an IP address dynamically assigned by the DHCP on this subnet, which is 10.1.1.128. I don't want this because this is my learning video, so I want to configure it manually. To configure it manually, I need to type in config. Once I type in config, the configuration management window will pop up where F5 management port setup utility is there, and it is asking me, you must configure an IP address to get the access of web-based setup utility. I'll say okay. It is asking me what type of IP address you want to assign. Is it an IPv6 or IPv4? So I can change my window with the tab. Okay, so I'll select IPv4 and press enter. Now it is asking me use automatic IP address. So it is asking me, do you want to keep the IP address which has been assigned by DHCP? I'll say no. Once I say no, it will give me the option to communicate with the IP address. So by mistake I press on yes. So let's go ahead and do it again. Config. Okay, IPv4 asking me, I'll say no. Once I press it no, it is giving me the option to change it. I'm changing it to 10.10.1.222. Okay, the same subnet. Okay, it is asking me, do you want to configure the management port? I will say yes, I want to configure the management port. Here I can put my gateway. So gateway is already assigned 10.1.1.1. I'll click on OK. Now it is asking system management connectivity may lost because of my changement, but I am accessing this from console, so I will not lose the connectivity. I can easily go ahead and say yes, I want to assign this IP address. Once I press on yes, it is going to take a few seconds and it will pop up with the console access or the bash prompt. Here I am in the bash prompt. Now if I check if config mgmt0, now I can see I have get the access to 10.1.122, which has been assigned to my management interface. For connectivity test, I will ping its gateway 10.1.1.1. Well, I can easily connect with my gateway. So for other purpose, we can check, if I have received something else on the interface, I can run tmsh show sys arp. This is going to net arp give me if I have received any other communication. So as of now, there is no communication to any other device. So this is the end of this video where I have prepared one BIG-IP F5 to configure its management IP address, boot it up, connectivity network. In the next video, I'll show you how to access this device with GUI and configure rest other things. Thank you.